here's a week of what I do for my own movement, because it's a question I get asked all the time. So it starts with every morning putting in a bit of work before clients come through the door, because I treat bodies all day long and I don't get to put all of the effort in like my client is doing. But if I can put these simple moves in somewhere, somehow, then at least I'm going to be in a better position to help them through the day. I have a yoga class that I do, which is a Japanese style of yoga. I usually put that in twice a week, so that I'm moving in different ways, but also inspired by Chinese medicine philosophy, which is what really lights me up. I love things like making videos, and you can see that with this angle is the best angle ever for showing the release work that I like to do, but then also functional work. And these are the things I encourage my clients to do, is always doing a bit of release work before we start our sessions. Didn't have much else to do on Tuesday, so Wednesday I came up into first thing in the morning and started to work through the foam roller. Again, one of my most favorite tools to use. I have lots of videos on how to work on the foam roller, but this was just, a nice release. Bear and I get to walk around our environment as often as possible, which keeps us both healthy in our joints. I was setting myself up ready to do a teacher training on the weekend, so just putting some of that repertoire into my body so that I could be teaching it to the people who were coming to the course. And of course, Bear always watching. In the evenings, and this happens every evening, Bear plays with his ball. He puts it in the hardest places to reach, and then I'm the one who has to go and retrieve it, which helps me stay, floor bound and moving in different ways, so that we're both entertained and we're not just staying on a sofa idle and potentially creating patterns of distress or dis-ease in our body. Thursday, I didn't have time to do the warm-up video because I was getting a session from a student who was getting ready to do his exam. And when students get ready for their exam, that means all the advanced repertoire comes out, which is great because as a teacher trainer, I need to make sure that I am able to do that so that students can learn from me. Friday morning was aching for a little bit of foot love. So using the Soulmates is a great place to be. But also just knowing that you don't have to have equipment to do these kinds of moves that are really going to make a difference in your everyday life. Your body is versatile, it is strong, it is resilient, and it loves variety of things to do. So make sure you sort of add these different kind of things into your daily routine. Again, next day, here I am with the rest of the advanced repertoire. And, I've been practicing Pilates for over 25 years in my body. So it's great that I can still do this. I'm very grateful to my body and appreciative that I have students who come to learn with me so that I can practice this. Not every day, as I mentioned, is the same. So, just feeling the ability to be in an advanced move, but also into a very simple move is important. Whenever I get an opportunity, which is on most days, I get to take Bear to the beach and we play with the ball because that's what he loves to do. When I don't have him, I go for walks on the beach, and this is the few days before winter and you would just never say so from the beautiful sights that we see. I don't mind where I am to put movement into my body. I think it's important. Different surfaces, trying to balance on beach sand that's not straight is going to add to all the things that make the body incredible. And then my final move of the week, which is just for this week, was a strength training. Again, I try to put strength training in 3 times a week. But for video purposes, it'd be boring to see me doing it 3 times in a row. And I do that through YouTube. So I hope this gives you some insight into some of the things that I put into my body on a weekly basis. And thanks for asking so that I could share this with you.